Okay, so my name is Samuel. I'm from Spain, and I'm studying the Bachelor's in Computer Science and Mathematics. Hmm, if I am proud of being a Spanish guy, I don't know what to say about that question. Some part of my culture and my country, I think I really like it. But some other parts I don't really like it. So I don't know what to say honestly about that. I like my people. I like the culture. We have a lot of traditions there. Some of them are good. Other of them I think they are not really good. For example, like how's in English that tradition we have with the bulk. Is correct to say bulk? Toro. I don't like bullfire. The tradition, that kind of part from my country, and there are many of variation of that everywhere in my country is celebrated. So I don't like that. I think it's like really an old tradition. It's not like 21st century. So, but I don't know what can I say for my country. I like a lot of the gastronomy. The food is amazing. It's like the Italian food. I really recommend that. In fact, I think last year in 2019, we were in the top one of the rankings of the best food for the Spanish food. So we're gonna say it's a really good food. You have to try it. Okay, the typical dishes. I mean, at least my favorite ones are the paella, which contain mostly is rice with seafood, and some vegetables. The other one is like, in particular, I like it is eggs with rice and some pork. My favorite Spanish dish? Oh my god, that's a really good question. Uh, I have several of them. One of them is the paella, which is really famous in my country. I think in the whole world, everybody who knows a little bit of my country, they know a little bit of my gastronomy. They are gonna say paella for sure. But there is more, like normal dishes that I really like. One of them is eggs, with rice. That's it, and a little bit, maybe some. How's in English, chorizo? For example, each province in my country, we say province, we don't say state. So each province of my country, they have like a specific gastronomy, specific dishes. So when you travel from one place to Spain to another, the first thing you really like to do is go to a really good restaurant and try to eat something traditional from that place. And believe me, it's so nice. The most important thing about you can understand about my culture. What can I say? It's a really difficult question because it's depends of the person is gonna tell you something different. But I can say that we are a really open-minded people, or really hospitality people is correct to say. Gente hospitalaria, hospitable people. So that means if you go there, they are gonna receive you in a really nice way. And we love parties, we love meet with the family, with friends, Each time we have some time, for example, we don't have to work or study or whatever you do. We love to meet, with our family mostly, or our friends, everywhere. For example, if we want to go to the mountain, or in my case, many weekends in winter, I love to go skiing, because I live in the mountains. It's like a 1 hour by car from my house. So, yes, that's pretty much. We love we love parties. I think if you ask, how can I say in English? If you ask any European guy from Germany, England, whatever, they are gonna tell you that we love parties. In fact, they go to my country to have a lot of really nice parties every single year. There are some specific places or cities in my country that if you go there, you don't see Spanish people. You see a lot of England people, German people from everywhere. Everywhere is crazy, and they have even specific bars, and restaurants for that. Oh, why I decided to come here? Because my father recommended me this university. That's it. Yeah. We came here, I think maybe 15 or 20 years ago. Let me think. Maybe 15 years ago. The first time I came here to visit the university. So, but at that time, I wasn't really focused, in study or whatever. I didn't want to study in a real way. So, I didn't come until now, because I think now is when I said, okay, I want to study, and my father told me that this university is really good. And the way they teach is also really good, and that's true because every month we have a specific course. It's block by block. In my country is completely different. You have to study like 6 or 7 subjects in 1 year at the same time. Every day you have 3 or 4 or 5 of them. I don't like that, honestly. It's, you don't really learn in a really deep way, For example, here the experience I have is, for example, when you are studying something and you finish that block, you remember them. The next few months or even the next year, you can remember what you studied at that day, at that block. And that is really good, because when I was studying, when I was young, I never remember anything. The approach of teaching is different, and I like it. So, for that reason, also, I like to be here in this university. I think it's one of the uniques, or one of the only universities maybe here that use this approach, right? Only block by block. Yeah, that's pretty much about the decision I came here. No. If I miss my country, not really. Not really. I mean, I miss my family, I miss my friends, but the country itself, no. How in inglés, no estoy atado a un sitio específico en mi vida. For example, my idea is to stay here in this country when I finish my studies. So, I think if I was a person like really miss the country, where he lives or she lives, then that decision is really hard, But in my case, I don't have any problem, I can live wherever I want, I think the places are not really important, it's the people who live there, at least my point of view. Yeah, how I feel about that? If I am completely honest with you, I don't really know much about that, because when in these 2 years I've been studying here, I've been really focused on my studies a lot. So I never read news, I never read anything about, outside of the campus, honestly, even outside, because I don't know anything even from Fairfield, so you can imagine. But I think the situation is not only in this country, but also everywhere, is complicated, really complicated. Because people, the way I feel it is people they are starting like fighting to each other. Mostly due to the politics people. How do you say that? Exactly, politicians. I think they are creating that problem in the society, the politicians. That's the way I see it, It's right side, left side, they like fight to each other, but they don't really care about the people, and the people like believe them, and they really fight to each other. That's crazy. I don't know exactly how is in this country. Look, the only thing I see here in America was the George Floyd case, but not in a really deeper way. But the thing I saw that is all the society in America got crazy about that, and that's really bad, because I think all of us we should be unified, try to help to each other and fighting against the real problem in this country, which I really think is the politician people, for sure, like everybody. In my country, for example, politicians they are creating a really bad how's in English? How's in English? They are creating a really bad situation, with people. They don't care about the people, honestly. Any of them, they don't care about the people. They care only about them. That's it. So I don't know. I think we should be smart than that and try to see where the origin of the problem is instead of fight to each other. That's my opinion, and I think that opinion you can apply it right now everywhere. The most thing I love from this university is that you have a lot of people from everywhere. It's really international university. You can meet a guy from China or Asia, Asia, Singapore, everywhere. It's so nice because you can learn a lot of culture from other places, that you cannot learn because you don't have the opportunity to travel to all of those places because maybe you don't have the money, maybe you don't have the time. It's complicated for you to travel to, for example, 40 or 50 countries. But you come here and you have that opportunity, Sometimes the university celebrate, for example, I think the last celebration they did was for Ethiopian people. They cook Ethiopian food, they share with you, their traditions. That's just really nice. I think which I love from this university, and also the people who lives here. The staff, teachers, and all of that. They are really nice. They are open mind. They try to help you. They understand you. It's completely different from another university. Where you can see that they don't really care about you. If you want to study, perfect, go on. If you don't want to, bye bye. You see what I mean? So that's what I love. And the students, mostly all of them, they are really nice people. Yeah, And I met a lot of different guys from a lot of different countries, so that's really nice because sometimes they want to invite you and they can cook and they can show you their traditions, and that's just really nice, interesting. So one thing I could say right now from other people is, at least in my point of view, try to don't fight to other people. Try to think in an objective way. Try to see if this is difficult because I am trying to explain why the situation is really bad everywhere in this world. So instead of try to defend your own opinions, or your ideologies, try to learn a little bit more about the others. Try to learn how they think, why they think in that way. Try to be more empathetic, because otherwise, we are not gonna learn anything, and we are gonna be always like fighting to each other, and I don't really like that. It bothers me, honestly. I am saying this because in my country right now we are almost like feeling, or we are like living like the beginning of a civil war, almost. I think it's not gonna happen because it's really difficult right now, because we are in the Union Europea. Okay, so we are in the European Union, so I think they are not gonna allow to, or they are not gonna, ¿cómo se dice? No van a permitir que ocurra eso. They are not gonna allow to happen that or whatever. So that's it. I mean, it's difficult times for everybody with this pandemic. Everywhere with so many people, they how they really are, and people start having a lot of fear, and the fear is not really good you know for the society. So try to stay calm, try to learn, try to study, try to get information as much as you can about everything, try to think in a really clear way, and above all, try don't fight each other, because that's really nice, really bad. And one more thing I can say is, if you go to my country, I really recommend you to go to my country, and please visit the coast, visit the south of Spain, it's beautiful, the north of Spain is beautiful. Where I live is really close to France, it's really beautiful. And whatever you go, please, you have to eat the food in that specific place, because you are gonna love it. It's really nice. I think it's the best thing of my country is the traditions, the culture, and above all, the food.